like, for example, what's your name? Andy? If like Andy is the best football player in China. See, if Andy is the best football player in China, and I'm a reporter, I really, really want to go and meet Andy. So, in order to meet him, I have to stay in my workstation, find out what would be an interesting story would I get from Andy. So, I'll stay in my workstation, write questions, and see what would I get from Andy. So I called Andy first and book an interview or appointment. So it's up to Andy to decide whether he, not or yes, like to meet me to have an interview. But because Andy is very popular, he really wants to show off to the people that he's a good football player. So he said to me, yes, you may come and interview me. So for me, I would be interested in what's the very little secret of Andy that makes him being a good football player. So in that case, I'm looking in her life, personal life, so that makes a feature. Do you understand me? If you don't understand, give me a question, please. Yes?
Can I have a different question? What was your hardest story to write?
Hardest stories to write.
Hardest one.
Hardest one. Well, my hardest story is, actually, I have this one story. I was covering a funeral of this little girl, 15-year-old girl. And when I finished covering it, you know it's bad that you put your emotion into the story. But for me, I was very emotional and very touched by what this little girl had done in our country. So for me, it was very hard to find a way to start the story with. But at the end, my boss was like, encouraged me and told me not to put myself into the story. Just write what I see and what I feel, and for my audience to read it. Yes?
What was the most famous person you ever met?
Famous person. Actually, there are no famous people. And maybe for me, they are all famous. There's no one like very special.
Have you ever missed deadlines?
Of course, that's what I always face with. Imagine one day how many stories I have to write. I have to write five stories one day. If not, I won't be able to go out of my door. I have to stay and write it. And if my boss won't approve it, I have to stay for more extra times and rewrite it. So that missing deadline is very, very big for me.